It's a good day for Trooper Londregan, but a bad day overall for accountability and transparency.
We need to make sure that our justice system is fair.
We made the correct decision to charge Mr. Londregan.
Our top story tonight has murder charges against State Trooper Ryan Londregan are dropped. People on all sides of this case are turning up the heat on Hennepin County Attorney Mary Moriarty. Moriarty charged Londregan for last summer's deadly traffic stop when he shot Ricky Cobb II as Cobb tried to drive away. Moriarty claims she dropped charges last night in light of some new evidence, though critics are now saying that the governor was ready to intervene.
Londregan supporters are calling this a win, while Cobb's family says prosecutors are letting him get away with murder. We have team coverage on this tonight. Our Corin Hogger diving into the political fallout, and our Courtney Godfrey tracking reaction from Ricky Cobb supporters.
But first, we want to begin with our Paul Bloom tonight. Paul had a chance to ask the county attorney some more questions today. Paul.
And Amy, this was a stunning reversal from a Hennepin County attorney who has put so much focus, so much attention on police accountability. Yet with the emergence of new evidence, including sworn statements from Trooper Ryan Londregan's own trainers from the State Patrol, she said at this point she is ethically bound to toss out the case.
This was one of the hardest decisions I've ever made.
Hennepin County Attorney Mary Moriarty making it official with this filing, the highly controversial murder case against State Trooper Ryan Londregan, now dismissed.
The easiest political decision for me would be to go forward. But we have chosen not to do that.
Maintaining the case was never about politics. Moriarty instead blamed a system with too many barriers preventing prosecutors from holding law enforcement accountable when they kill in the line of duty. And with, quote, new evidence emerging from the defense in recent weeks, Moriarty said she saw no path forward.
We do not believe we would have even made it to the jury.
Get out the car now! Londregan shot Ricky Cobb II when the 33-year-old ignored commands to step out of his vehicle during a traffic stop last summer, and instead it tried to drive off. Moriarty insisted Monday she still believes in the case, but ethically saw no way to get a conviction, particularly after learning at a late April hearing that Londregan was prepared to testify he thought Cobb was reaching for the trooper's gun at the door moments before he fired.
You can see Cobb's hand go up and over.
Londregan's defense attorney blasted the county attorney's handling of the case, including the hiring of an outside team of former federal prosecutors.
This county attorney was hell-bent on prosecuting a cop.
Chris Maddle provided sworn statements from the trooper's own trainers to show Londregan complied with all policies and protocols of the State Patrol.
This is a true public servant, and that's what he wants to do.
And to Chris Maddle's point there, he said Trooper Londregan absolutely wants his job back. He wants to return to the State Patrol. Obviously a long way to go there. He is currently on paid administrative leave while the patrol continues through a critical incident review. We, of course, will continue to track that, but for now, it's time to get reaction from Ricky Cobb II's family. They descended on the courthouse this afternoon for a rally of their own. I want to turn it over to my colleague, Courtney Godfrey, for that side of the story.
Yeah, thanks, Paul. The Ricky Cobb family calling this a miscarriage of justice tonight, saying that they were bamboozled by the county attorney. The Cobb family, along with several local activists, holding a press conference outside the Hennepin County Justice Center today, claiming Mary Moriarty made big promises that she simply could not keep, saying that the head prosecutor folded under pressure, leading the family to believe they would get justice and then pulling the rug out from under them. Cobb's mother telling me just a short while ago that they learned about plans to dismiss the charges only an hour or two before the news became public.
You called me on a Sunday to tell me this, interrupt me and my family's life. That hurted so bad. And we couldn't understand where she came up with her reasoning. You did all this big time stuff and told me to trust you, and all along you were skinning and grinning, bamboozled.
Not be held. The family now calling for an independent investigation led by a prosecutor outside the state of Minnesota. They say they also will be pursuing civil litigation. Reporting live in Minneapolis tonight, Courtney Godfrey, Fox 9.
Well, Hennepin County Attorney Mary Moriarty was elected after campaigning on taking a tougher approach on police and the use of force.
But political winds may have pushed her toward today's announcement. Now, our Corin Hoggard is live at the Capitol. So, Corin, she seems upset with Governor Walz, someone from her own party.
Yeah, that's right, Amy and Randy. Governor Walz told me he was ready to take this case out of Moriarty's hands soon based on the evidence he saw. Her office said they had heard those rumors, they were expecting it, but that's not what drove her decision. Still, political analysts tell me it probably did play a role. The first inkling that Governor Tim Walz might intervene in the case against Trooper Ryan Londregan came 8 weeks after Mary Moriarty's office filed charges against the trooper for killing Ricky Cobb II.
I'm not a lawyer myself, but as a layman on this, why would you not listen to a use of force expert?
Our governor, who's been very active in inserting himself into this case.
Moriarty singled out the governor as she lashed out about what she called the politicization of the case she decided to drop 11 weeks after Walz's initial comments.
Why is it appropriate for a governor who has never picked up the phone to call me, who is not a lawyer, who does not understand the nuances of this case, to talk about it publicly?
You know, not an expert on immunology, but I can listen to the experts at the Mayo Clinic and make decisions.
Governor Walz says every other attorney he talked to saw it the same way he did, and he always hoped Moriarty eventually would as well. But he was planning to intervene soon if she didn't come around.
There certainly was no politicization in this. We need to make sure that our justice system is fair, and I think what became apparent to many folks is that there were problems in this prosecution from the beginning.
And sources here at the Capitol tell me it's not exactly rare for the governor to butt heads with members of his own party, especially those who lean a lot further left than he does. They said the Uber-Lyft bill most recently was a good example. Live at the Capitol, Corin Hoggard, Fox 9.
All right, Corin, there's still a lot to cover in this story, which has stretched almost a year now. We have a much deeper dive on our website, fox9.com.